Hello and welcome to Fablemancers. We're back with Strahddy. This is also our first monetized stream, so thank you all so much for tuning into our streams, supporting us along the way. It's been a long journey over the past year, and we've had a lot of fun doing these incredible stories together. So before we get too much further into things, I'd like to acknowledge that we are I am streaming to you from the unceded and traditional territories of the Musqueam Nation. It is a privilege and pleasure to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands. Make sure you go to native-land.ca and find out what territories you're on today. So, last we left off, we had some wild attacks going on, narrow escapes, a little bit of maybe drugging, definitely some unconscious time, that's for sure. A magic show, and a fortune telling that went interesting. Yeah, it was a fun time. A great way to kick things off. Those episodes will be coming to YouTube in an amount of time. But yeah, going around. Noah, who are you playing today?
I am Noah. I'm playing Zhannan Khelmere, the life cleric elf.
Heck yeah, and Mint.
Hey, I'm Mint. I'm playing Sister Melisande Attala, the half elf Twilight cleric.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Iain Adderbone, the human rogue.
Booyah! Cecil.
Hi, I'm Cecil. I'm playing Poe Renwick, the reborn fighter.
Slashy. And Tim.
I'm Tim. I'm playing Malakai, the Magnificent, a halfling warlock.
And boom, I remembered to transition to the right screen. All right. So, as each of you are riding in the back of a wagon, driven by Esmeralda, your savior, kind of, in the last battle when you fought the weird transmorphing wolf thing, you were about to exit the encampment where the indigenous people of this area had given you safe refuge as you depart the forest on a rickety wagon ride. Each of you will get the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
And during this time, Zhannan, you end up having a weird dream? Do you usually dream?
Typically, dreams for me are a little bit weird. They're not dreams in the way that humans have dreams. They're sort of a background thought. It's almost like having two trains of thought going at the same time when he's in this sort of trance-like sleep that he has.
Yeah, it feels maybe almost more tangible. These images that are blurring in front of you, you feel like you could reach out and grab one. Do you do so, or do you try to resist?
Am I reaching for like an abstract concept?
Think about at the moment what's happening is you're like in the center of like a maelstrom, and these ideas, these thoughts, these visions, these dreams are all around you, and you are attempting to reach out and like grab something, or you're trying to protect yourself in the center. Whatever you feel more comfortable with.
I think at this point, familiar with this sort of weird dream space, any urge to reach for one of those thoughts would be seen as just intuitive. So yeah, just reach out and just kind of go for whatever comes into my hands.
As you reach out and you're going that you feel yourself shrink down. Your hand almost becoming childlike as you grab for something out there. Your hand grabs onto another being, another person's hand, and as you pull it forth, you're back at the day you met Theodore.
Am I?
Just full
Right,
of sunshine, and what's his face look like?
From what Zhannan remembers, it's a bit blurry because it was so long ago being an elf. But he's this kind of short guy with messy hair, this kid. Human looking. More human looking than Zhannan and the elves that he's grown up around. He's a little bit ratty. Looks like he's been running through the woods and in the dirt, and he just kind of fell out of some bushes. His clothes look old and kind of torn, and he looks a bit tired. Very much the opposite of Zhannan and his family, who are a lot more put together and kind of pride themselves in maintaining things like clean hair and nice clothes with like fancy elven embroidery in their like nice greens and blues.
Do you how do you enjoy, like, are you shaking hands? Are you pulling him into an embrace? Like, what does this encounter look like?
In this dream, this sort of semi-lucid, not fully lucid state, I think Zhannan is kind of in shock, much like the day that he first met this guy, because he just wandered out of the bush and into this clearing that Zhannan calls home, and so he's kind of awestruck and just staring at him and goes, "What are you doing here?"
What am I doing here? Exploring. Yeah, I'm an explorer.
You're just exploring Gransveld?
Um,
The most dangerous forests?
You know, just crawling through, and it's the shortcut. You know, what are you doing here?
I live here, dude.
Oh. Wait, you have a home?
Yeah.
Can you show me?
I guess. Come on! And Zhannan grabs his hand and toddles off towards where he knows his little wooden house to be.
As you reach out to grab his hand, you see that look of fear, that look you saw the last time you saw Theodore, as he turns to ash. And you're left holding a small little thing, a child. As
Damn kid.
that happiness turns into pain and sorrow, deep mourning. As you feel a hand on your shoulder. Now, Zhan, I can take all this away. I can take your pain and replace it with euphoria.
You can take away something that has become so intrinsically ingrained in the person that I am.
I can give you more. Replace what is lost.
What do you mean? Why? What would that do me?
Are you so stuck in the past? Wouldn't you rather live for tomorrow than here in this moment? This is not linear. I'm offering you a future. With me.
Look, man, voice, guy, dude. That's something to think about. I don't know who I am without this. Vaguely gestures.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
It's a 2 on the dice.
Ooh.
7 total.
You feel the presence of this voice manifesting all around you. You feel, again, that maelstrom from before. Feathers flying, black feathers, fur, tufts of hair. A howl that pierces through as you see Strahd's face lean towards you. No, this is him. And then as he looks directly at you. I think you need more time to marinate. Perhaps live here. Remember, I'll be back. And you are stuck in a loop, constantly reaching for Theodore as he turns to ash over and over again. Do you scream?
Oh yeah. Zhannan is a mess in this loop as soon as Strahd, who he knows to be Strahd now.
The rest of you in the wagon
Dissipates.
hear the scream. What would you like to do?
Run over to Zhannan and oh, you alright, soldier?
Zhannan, you can't wake up. Poe, you shake a few times, nothing.
Looks like he's an elf. He ain't supposed to be sleeping. Let's look over at Attala. Like, does this happen often?
Not usually, though Zhannan does have a flair for the dramatic.
He seems really afraid. How do we wake him up? Like, there has to be a way. You would know he's an elf, right?
I've never seen him asleep before. As you've already pointed out, he never sleeps.
All of you can do an Arcana check.
Malakai is
12.
It's an 18.
18's pretty good.
Oh no, sorry, that's a -1, not a +1. It's a 16.
It's a 16.
That's a 10.
Sister Attala and Iain, you think back on what you know of the arcane arts, and you don't know much about spells of this nature. You get the sense of maybe some sort of enchantment, but that would be incredibly difficult because of Zhannan's heritage, so it has you a little stumped. When Poe, you think about a passage that you read that you can't believe is truly real, but some sort of domain like this alters the way magic works, and in this instance has some sort of enchantment has enraptured Zhannan.
Oh, I reckon we were stationed with this mage one time and mentioned something like this could happen, and I reckon it's this place we're in, bending the rules about what can happen to us, which is not a great sign.
Don't love that. But it seems like that's what's happening for sure. That doesn't. How do we fix it? Like, how do we? I don't know enough magic at all to help him.
Sister, you don't got some kind of spell you could cast, some way to wake him up? Get maybe I don't know if it's like a curse or something, but.
I wonder if Twilight Sanctuary might be something that could aid in this situation. So I think I will try that. I'm going to present my holy symbol, which is the necklace that I wear. And the sphere of twilight emanates from me and creates a sphere around me, so like a protective sphere around this little group here, and Zhannan.
As you go to complete this ritual, which you've channeled many times before, you've practiced and practiced this. This is the first time that you have felt heat generated by the ritual, and heat pouring from your holy symbol into your body. You feel a fever coming on. You feel that the metal is almost unbearable to touch. I need you to make a constitution save to maintain concentration on this, as you feel this will opposing yours.
Oh, 17.
You hear the sparking of magic around you as two powers, divine and arcane, meet head on as your belief overcomes this. And Zhannan, you wake up.
Whoa, easy there.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where is he? Where's she?
go?
Where did she go? Where did both of them? Where? Never mind. It.
All right there. You good there, buddy?
No.
All of you can hear the fading cry of a child, as if tens of meters away and fading until it's gone.
What was that?
I don't know.
You, yeah. Remember anything from when you were asleep? That's a little concerning there, I'm not gonna lie.
I do. Yeah. But I don't particularly want to.
Fair, but I feel
Going
like
to
this
share
might
that?
affect all of us.
It was Strahd. It was definitely Strahd. He did something. I don't know what, but he showed me things that I don't want to see ever again.
A little bit concerning that this Fang guy is so interested in us. I'm not sure that sure I like that.
I also don't like
He also doesn't seem to like hearing no, or maybe in a bit.
It's not really great for consent, huh?
No, not typically.
So what do we
Not under his control right now, are you? Yes.
I don't-
Malakai woke up when he heard Strahd.
No, I don't think I'm under his control. I just think he found some sneaky way into my subconscious or something and offered something that I didn't immediately agree with. Didn't like that.
Like immediately, as in he was pretty sweet, or in like what kind of offer?
I don't really know. I don't know how it would work. I don't understand. This kind of thing hasn't happened to me before. He just showed up in a memory and said, I can take this away.
take the memory away?
What?
I guess. He just kind of looks at Melisandre with these very tired, sad eyes. Just one that was important to me and that I'll never get back. That's all. Anyways, I said no. Not as directly, but I said no. And he didn't like that. And I guess I just got stuck. There. Again.
Glad to have you back. Yeah, have a drink. I'll offer what's left of my little flask. You need it, sometimes it helps me sleep. Jack, didn't something like that happen to you?
Where?
Jack, the multi-dimensional trap.
No, I'm talking to the player right now.
I have had weird dreams. You're so right. How did you know that?
You got approached in the deep house, right? You get harassed by the Strahd?
I mean, I don't know if it was Strahd, but I was harassed by something that wanted something. It was very unclear. It gave me back my locket, and then it gave me
So
wings.
you take the deal.
I didn't do anything.
Looks at the
It's
rest of
just-
you.
I don't know what I guess I don't know what I did. I've never, magic is new to me. It's very, very new. I don't like what's happening. Don't like not being sure, but I wasn't dreaming. I was always awake, which is honestly more concerning. I don't need more reasons not to sleep.
You feel the wagon coming to a halt as Esmeralda opens up the back door. Well, we're here. Who killed the party?
Stinky McFangface did.
Wait, in here? Oh no.
No. In my head.
Well, so technically in here, but in his head in here.
Well, I'll try to redouble the warts. But this is as far as I can take you. You know, we've been traveling down the old Svalich road, and Valaki's just ahead. I don't really want them to see me, though. They're a little strange there. If I didn't tell you that before, well, here we go. Right, so in town, you're going to want to find someone named the Burgomaster. Don't call him the Burgomeister. He gets really unsettled by it. Or do and find out, you know?
Got it. Don't get his name wrong. Sorry, is that his name or is that his title?
It's a title. The man beneath the title is really not great. But the title does a lot of good, for the town at least. There are many inhabitants there, and they've organized themselves into a bit of a fighting force, for whatever that means. There are walls and defenses. They think themselves quite safe.
Alright, I like the sound of that.
More importantly, you're going to need help with those cards that got pulled. I suggest going to the fortune teller. She's a bit of a fate weaver. Also very odd. Don't let her read your mind.
How do we stop that?
Think real good.
It's not gonna
Right,
help
that's been
us.
going great for
Solid,
me.
thank you.
If you can think in other languages, I would do that.
Does she know Elvish?
Will do. Can do.
I don't speak Elfish myself, but Double checks character sheet. What? Oh my god, she does. Of course she does, too.
Okay, I guess we're going with my third language, Celestial, then.
Rolls deception. See, just like that. I know it's a bit of a risk going to her, but you need help deciphering what the heck all that means, and I'm not equipped for that. You need something killed, I'm on board.
Where can we find you if we need to find you?
Might be a little difficult depending on where you travel, but here. And she'll hand to you, Malakai, a small coin. Flip this into the air, say my name 3 times, and something will happen.
Like before it lands, I gotta say your name 3 times before I like catch the coin, or do I like let it hit the ground and buy myself a few more seconds?
You're a smart cookie. I'm sure you'll figure it out. And she like just gives you like a little like touch on the side of your face.
Well, I think you're right about that, and I'll like try and make it disappear in my fingers.
Sleight of hand, or if you have some sort of magical ability that allows you to do such things.
Bet I don't. 6.
You don't quite drop it, but you manage to turn this into a bit of a juggling act, not on purpose. It is just.
I'll like flip open the hat and catch it in there.
Phew.
Luckily, I didn't say your name, or you would have. I guess you're already here. Would it have worked? You know what? I'm a smart cookie. I'll figure it out. He like puts the hat on. You just hear the like of the bald head.
Right. By the time you reach the end of the road, the sun will have risen. Well, the gray will turn less gray, and I'm certain they will allow you entrance.
You're in Vancouver.
Sure hope so.
I've got to head back. People to protect, and I wish you luck.
Likewise.
Thank you.
As she hops back onto her wagon and quickly disappears down the road.
Well, it's like we got ourselves a Burgomaster to find. Didn't ask what he looked like. That's cool.
Nope.
I'm going to be in the biggest house. It should be easy to find. I guess we should talk to the Burgomaster before we go find the fortune teller, so we kind of found ourselves in town, so we're not like sneaking around. I don't know.
It sounds right. I mean, I'd imagine they'd be pretty closed off. Sounds kind of militant.
Yeah, it sort of gave the impression that, they maybe don't want outsiders. Well, I guess we might be.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
We're a group of capable adventurers.
Right.
Yeah.
Super capable, 100%.
Like my foot is like
100%.
stuck in the mud as I like go to like take a step. And, like, ah!
Let's go, little guy. Yoink.
At this point, you just figure he likes to be carried.
He just covers
He does it
on
on
himself.
Get stuck in the mud just to get pulled out and carried.
You're holding
stuck in a bag.
Someone save me.
Carry me.
You hear the flap of raven wings as you look around. You see a not quite a murder. It's an attempted murder. Just a pair of ravens flying off in the distance. Their wings sounding much larger than their appearance would seem. But for the most part, it's quiet along the road. Nothing too out of sorts. You get that feeling of dread, and as you approach, you see the grand landscape before you. There's mountains to the north and to the south. So as a Vancouverite, I'd be so lost. There's like thick fog, like pressing up against the boundaries of the forest to either side of the road here. And as you approach the town, you see a large wooden gate manned by, or garrisoned by, rather, a couple of shadowy figures. Hard to make out. Points on the helmets. Who's got the best passive perception amongst you all?
Probably not
Clerics
me.
here.
Mine's a 16.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mine's a 12.
A 16 is pretty good.
Probably the best.
What you do spot on these two shadowy figures is that they are armed. They appear to be pointing crossbows towards you as you approach. You also notice that the gate is currently open.
So they're pointing crossbows at us. There's 3, I think. Maybe we say a greeting before we just walk right through the gate.
Yeah, that seems,
We-
yeah.
We come in peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the best diplomacy here, or charisma.
Oh, I do.
Mine is, oh, well, yeah, I guess.
Of course.
Probably the magician.
Only question
I
is,
guess I
should I
should've-
use intimidation or deception?
No.
Just
be
say
nice.
hi.
Just be
Herald
normal.
ye, guards of Vallaki. Coming before you is the great and magical, mystical, merriment-making group of Malakai and the Misfits. Our local
And the Misfits?
group.
Yeah, you see.
Trying to bring happiness to this beautiful and yet dreary day.
You hear from above. Oi, Lukov! Did he say happiness? I think he did say happiness. Well then, they're the ones we've been waiting for. You there! How much merriment do you have? Can you quantify it?
Well, it depends on how much gold you can fit in me hat. And I'll like flip it off. And use it to create bonfire like coming out of the hat.
Whoa!
Make it go up, put it back on my head.
You hear like dunk 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 as two sets of footsteps are running down wooden steps as they come out into the front through the open gate to you. Right. Welcome to Vallaki. No funny business. I'm Lucan. That there's Yarmir.
Pleasure to meet you. We are
Nice to meet you.
actually to speak to the Burgomaster.
The what?
The Burgomaster. Ignore his accent.
The
Burgomaster. Burgomaster.
Hey, with fancy name.
very good. Then I think you might be just what Valaki's been looking for.
Here they go.
Glad you think so.
Looks like we got another show to put on.
Oh no.
Oh,
This tour's going great.
this isn't,
The Burgomaster is about to have breakfast. Would you like to meet him there?
It won't interrupt him, will it?
As long as you got a plate for us, and I'll just waltz into town.
Yeah, they don't stop you.
Okay. I'll lead the
Get stuck
way.
in the mud again.
like
Right.
doing,
My short cape now.
yeah.
Short king for a short king. Oh my god. We followed him, I guess.
All right. As you are walking through Vallaki towards, you were quite right, Iain, the largest house here. You notice that there are a lot of houses here. There are smaller, quaint little hovels, all the way up to broad, magnificent mansions. And the Burgomaster's mansion is not the only mansion here. As you continue along towards this magnificent house, you pass by a church that is very well constructed. A little run down on the outside, but you notice that about like at the 7-foot mark is as tall as the person who can clean this area can reach. Above that, there are places where another person has tried to reach down, and there's this fine line of grime that just runs around the entire outside that just nobody can seem to reach. Sister Attala, having come from one of the most resplendent mega churches in all the Three Harbors, this is pretty shabby. There's no glow. There's no shine. This is a house of worship. How dare?
Yeah, clearly nobody's as devoted as we are. We take maintaining our temples and sacred spaces very seriously.
You see a young lad out front is digging graves. Very muscular. Looks to be barely 18. And you can see a smaller child just kind of running around playing amongst the tombstones, throwing what appears to be a rock at them and then going and fetching it himself over and over and over again. Continuing deeper into town, you see a broad, oddly stout, but 3-story tall inn, where it says the Blue Water, which I always want to call Blackwater because obviously, but it's the Blue Water. You see its doors open. You see that there are patrons that are coming and going. A lot of the residents here look like they've washed their clothes recently, but there's no shine. There's no true happiness here. It feels like someone has sucked all the energy out of this place. Maybe literally.
No, I'm surprised to even see this many people living here. When we showed up, first sort of seemed like the whole place was filled with weirdos and monsters, but these people look pretty normal.
I think they've all congregated here.
Judging by the amount of houses, there might even be a couple hundred people here. This is quite a large village almost. You've also noticed, especially Iain, that the where you do see the city walls that are made of wood, like logs, the walls are manned, garrisoned, whatever. I'm trying not to say manned anymore. It's wrong.
I got you.
You see that there are patrols, and as you continue on with your passive perception, you notice that there's either 6 or 7 guards that constantly patrol the walls.
Does it look like they're doing a good job? Just from the background of somebody who would have done that for a living.
Iain, do you point this out to the group?
Are we still walking with the other guards right now?
Yes, you're walking all the way to the other end of town. Well, almost the other end of town.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't in their presence. I don't want them to know I'm keeping track of their watch. So, but I made a note of it, so afterwards when we're alone, I will bring it up.
Totally. As you continue through town, you do make it to the Burgomaster's mansion. You see that there are 2 more guards posted at the front door here, 2 more guards deeper inside. The front gate and then the front door. So there's now 4 guards in total guarding this place, as well as the 2 that are with you. And if that's not enough math, we can do more.
I'm not good at math.
Lukov looks at all of you. Well, good luck in there. Burgomaster will see you. Follow instructions, and I'm sure everything will be fine.
Great. Thank you very much for leaving us here.
Looks at all will be well, and the 2 of them walk off.
I sure hope so.
I think they're telling the truth.
Do you head in through the front gate?
If that's what we were instructed to do,
Yes.
they didn't give us any instructions, they just told us to follow them.
As you like take steps forward,
Yeah.
the 2 guards open the front gate for you as you take a stroll through the I guess you could call it a garden. It's thorny, very thorny. The flowers that have attempted to grow here have not bloomed. They are still inside of their buds. And darked and withered a bit. You see everything is very neatly maintained, and though these plants are incredibly thorny and thick, they are being cut back and pruned regularly. Someone has attempted a topiary. Everyone can roll nature to try and determine what this is. Natural 20. Oof.
8.
As well.
Also 8.
14.
I just don't care.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
a
know
roll.
medicine plant, not garden art.
Like,
I think it's meant to be some.
This is very.
It's a figure.
Whoever is attempting to shape this does not understand horticulture. You are all struggling for a look at what this could be. It is on 4 or 6 legs, potentially. Malakai, you're very certain this is a mastiff.
Oh, biscuit. Oh, I see it now. It's got a very interesting artistic interpretation.
You can make heads or tails of this?
Yeah, that's the tail. I can tell because I'm assuming they were trying to cut a little butthole. But
Oh, is that what that
that's
is?
what gave it away, is like this hodge. It's like a big door.
Right.
But the front and the back just kind of look similar.
As you describe this,
Maybe
you look
it's still a work in progress.
you look down, and the unfortunate shrubbery that is attempting to grow at the base of this topiary just looks like a little pile of dog shit.
That's what gave it away. See, like at least
Like just a full-on coiler.
like a mastiff would.
Taste for
That was
insulation.
intentional.
As you get to the front doors, the guards look at you, give you a nod, and open the doors for you. It seems very efficient.
No kidding.
As you enter into the grand foyer, you see on either side of the... Oh, Andrew. Welcome in, Andrew. You see on either side of this hallway, there are framed portraits, and this is kind of giving you flashbacks to the death house. As you look in the portraits, they're not moving, but they appear to be family members of